Time for another board game review, and this time we have the game My Lil Everdell. This was sent to me by Tabletop Tycoon, and it's designed by James and Clarissa A. Wilson, with art by Andrew Bosley. So this is a kid's version of Everdell, which I reviewed in the past, and I really like Everdell a lot. And yeah, this is the children's version. Join the kids of Everdell as they pretend to be adults, while the adults are wishing they were still kids. Come along and gather resources to build the best pretend city of all. Let me show you how to play.
So in Everdell, every turn you will place one of your friends and play a card if you can and want to. The game will last a set number of turns, and the player with the most points wins. So during each round, you take these dice and you roll them to see what resources you can get from those spots. Then gather goodies, anything with the green symbol on them if you have them. Then you take turns, return home, and move the sun and moon tokens. In the beginning of the game, obviously you won't have these green cards, but if you did, like the racetrack in front of you, then during that phase, you could grab some resin. Same thing with this farmer, you could grab a berry. Green cards give you stuff. Then each player will take turns. Whoever has the sun token gets to go first, and they place a friend on a location to do the action. Once they've placed a friend, then they may play a card by paying its cost. So I could go, I'm gonna play my friend on here. And that's gonna get me 2 berries. So I get 2 berries, and then I could choose to spend one of those berries and get this hero. So I spend 2 berries, and then I get the hero, which lets me move one of my friends and activate a new location. Okay, we'll get into all the different color types of cards, but this brown ability, I can do this right now. So I would play this card in front of me, and then I could move my piece to another location. And let's say I'll go here, get 2 wood. Once each player has played 3 of their friends, then the round is over. Then this sun token passes to the next player, and then this moon token, well, first you would take all the tokens off the board, and then the moon token moves to the next round. Once you've played 4 full rounds, the game will be done. Now let's talk about the placement rules. So if I want to place a friend on one of these, only one piece can go there. So if I go here, no other friend can go there. If I go up here, as many friends as possible can go up there. And when you go here, you get 1 of that resource. You get 1 wood, or 1 resin, or 1 berry. There are also red cards that you can build, like this pirate ship, where if you place a friend on that card, you get 2 resources of your choice. Now, you can only place friends on your own cards, not other players' cards. Now, let's take a look at how these cards work. So, this symbol tells you if it's a critter or a place. This tells you the cost of the card. In this case, I would need a wood and 2 resin to play it. This tells you how many points the card is worth at the end of the game. And again, like I said, a red card are locations you can activate with your friends, but you can only activate your own. Green ones, like I mentioned, are ones that give you resources. In this case, you get a point every green phase, each turn. Purple cards activate at the end of the game. So you would get 1 point for each parade. We'll go into parades in a second. Here's another brown card. This brown card, when I play the party, I immediately get 2 resin into my inventory. And finally, here is a blue card. A blue card gives you a special ability. So when I play the conductor, from that point on, anytime I play a place card, I get a point. So that's how the different cards work. Now, let's go into the parades. We have 4 different parades here. These are little objectives where if you meet the requirement, you get to take the top token and they go down in value. So this one is, if I have 5 critter cards, I get the top card. If I have 5 place cards for this one, if I have 1 of each color, or if I have 3 of a color of red, purple, brown, or blue. As soon as you get that, you get to take that parade and you'll score those points at the end of the game. You can only take each parade once. Now, one rule is you can trade any leftover resources you have at the end of the game, At the end of the game, once we've done 4 rounds, you trade in any leftover resources for points. Every 2 resources gives you a point. Then you count up all the points on the cards and any purple bonuses. Like this one, this prince gives you 1 point for each blue card in your little village. Count up all the points, and whoever has the most points wins. If there's a tie, whoever has the most points on their cards wins. And that's pretty much it. There are some solo rules. I'm not going to go into those on here, but yeah, you just place your friends, get resources, buy the cards. The cards do different things. Go for bonuses, get points. And that's the game.
So I love Everdell, and as a kid's version of this game, I think it's very solid. The art and presentation and the resource quality are as great as you would expect from an Everdell title, and as an introductory game to worker placement, I think it's super well done. I honestly think even some adults who aren't used to board games could benefit from playing this. For experienced gamers, this one's going to be too simple, but that's not the target audience here. For kids, I think this is great. I appreciate the simple flow of place a worker, play a card. I'm honestly a little surprised at how powerful some of the cards are. A lot of the blue cards that let you get stuff every time you play a card are especially potent in this game. And also some of the purple end game cards are wildly fruitful. I also like how the game introduces the concept of speed-based goals, like collecting the parades, right? Core concepts that any kid and inexperienced board game adult can learn and apply to so many board games in their future if they so choose. That's not a whole lot else to say. I think it's great. If you have a kid who likes board games and you want to introduce them to some core concepts like worker placement, going for goals, this can help them learn these concepts and prepare them for more complex board games down the line. I think it's a no-brainer for kids. It's a perfect fit in the world of Everdell. It's very well made. I really thought this was a great fit for kids.